What is going on, everybody? My name is Merson and welcome back to the channel for another FIFA 22 video. Before we get into this, I'm just going to apologise for the lack of content that I've been putting out. I've recently moved house into a different country and I've not really had a setup, so I'm going to try and get that going. But for this first video back, I'm going to be giving you probably the best team I've used in FIFA in so many years. I qualify for champs so easily every month, and the fact that I'm going to get to play champs properly now with this team, it's just so, I can't wait to play with it really. So first things first, I'm just going to run you through the team on paper, and then what we changed to in game, and then we're going to do a bit of a live com over some goals to get you right into it. So first things first, in goal we have got 89 rated in-form Keylor Navas. This is a new purchase actually, but he's come in and he's started to look good. I used to have Brunel, who I've got on the bench here. He was very good as well, but I thought I'd upgrade with the Navas. Next we'll move on to our centre-backs. In the right-sided centre-back, we have the one and the only Kimpembe. And then I'm going to put the other centre-back in now, just so you can see that three-man triangle in there. We have Koundé. Honestly, the best centre-backs I've used in years. Koundé especially is very, very good. Kimpembe, it cost me a lot of coins when I bought him. I think it was, yeah, it cost me, actually it wasn't too bad, 40k. I think I got lucky with that, but these two at the back, honestly, are untouchable. And I'll put the right back in there now as well, just to add this, and the left back actually. We have Hakimi, a right back, who is, he's unreal. I paid 85k for him, but it was worth every penny. And then at left back, you probably guess who we've got. We have Luca Hernandez. Honestly, this back four is unreal. Like, there's not much I can say. I don't concede that many goals, really. But they're just so fast, they're strong, they're just everything you need from your centre-backs and your left-back, right-back combinations. So next, we're going to move into centre-mid. And I will remind you that even though players are here, they're only there for chemistry purposes. And I will show you that I have Fekir. In-game, they play it a bit different. I'll move on to that in a minute. But we have Fekir, SBC, first owner, as you're about to see. He actually plays on the right wing for me, a little hint, he plays on the right wing, so maybe not in his best position, but he's honestly so good. At left mid, we have to actually change the search engine a little bit, because we actually have a centre midfielder who's actually a striker. We have, where is he, Wissam Ben Yedder on the left mid. He doesn't, I don't actually know if he gets full cam, but as you can see by the stats, he's very good. He plays as a cam actually. And then again on the right mid, we actually have to change the search engine again for the highlight of this team. He's a first owner, untradeable player that I packed about a month ago. It's the one and only Neymar Jr. Honestly, I didn't really like him to start when I got him, but the last couple of weeks I've been starting to bang the goals in with this guy. He's unreal really. I can't say much about him, and the fact that I packed him in a free pack as untradeable, like, you can't get much better than that. Moving to the left-sided cam, we are going to be going with a man who actually is not a cam, sorry, I had a brain fart. He's a centre mid, same as my right centre mid. We have got this guy, I actually don't know how to say his name. He's played about 100 games for me and I still can't say his name. He plays as holding midfielder with a shadow, and as you can see by his stats, they're just, with a shadow card, they're a joke. And then I'll put in my other cam here, who is also a centre mid. And you might have seen him when we were looking for the left-sided. We have Jorginho Wijnaldum at centre mid. He, again, with this guy, plays a CDM for me. And honestly, they're just so good. And then up front, if you've watched my FIFA videos before, you know I have a lot of love for this guy. It's Jonathan David, in form from like the first in form of the year, and those stats just speak for themselves. 113 games and 107 goals for this guy. The guy just bangs them in. He really does bang them in. So this is the team I'm going with. As you see, Ben Yedder and Neymar are a little bit off cam. They're on 7, but we get 100 cam anyway, and they don't really seem any worse for it. And in game, we actually play a 4-2-3-1 second edition, and we play Wijnaldum and Tchouameni. I don't know, I've just butchered his name so bad, as our holding midfielders. Ben Yedder in the cam, Neymar on the left, Fekir on the right, and Jonathan David up front. So there you have it. There is the team. I played a few games at champs with this team, so you'll be able to see some of the goals that I scored. But honestly, I can't say a bad word about it. There's a lot of choices for me to make when it comes to the future and the ways I want to move on with this team. I've already got some players in mind. which I love about this team so much. It's so good, but I can't wait to make the additions, get some informed versions of Lucas Hernandez, for example. But yeah, I hope you like the team. I'm going to get through now, and we're going to talk about some gameplay. So now we move on to some gameplay with this team, actually, and it is, as I said before, this is all FUT Champions gameplay, some in the qualification and some in actual FUT Champs. You see, I'm just going to see me smashing in the goals, really. I've got about 3.5, 4 minutes worth of goals here. This is probably the best FIFA-wise that I've played in so long. The game just feels so good to me right now, and I don't know whether that's because of this team or whether I'm just playing good football. But honestly, I just love playing the game with these 11 players on the pitch. Most of my goals are coming through Jonathan David, as you would be able to see by the stats on the screen. But I just love the fact that I can get goals with pretty much anyone in this team. As you see, Ben Yedder breaks through. He bags another one for me to go 3-1 up in this game here. Like, the amount of goals that I score with this team, it's honestly just mental. And in past FIFAs, in past teams and the likes, I've relied on one, maybe two players. Like, I would have relied on my Neymar here. But in this situation, look, not right now, I've got 4 players in the box. Tuchemeni plays it through to Neymar, and he just buries it. I can't really put my point on it. And I have to give a massive shout out to my little brother, actually, because he was the one who built this team for me about a month ago when I first started wanting to get back into the YouTube and making videos, and he told me this team would do well and it would be unreal, and I believed him because the guy knows his football. And I think he's proved his point. The players, everyone, they work together so well. I've had different additions of this team, actually, where I had different players in centre back. I had Jesus Navas at right back with a different centre back. I can't remember who I had. I had different left back. I had Roussillon at left back, but then they sometimes, you know, with the normality of FIFA, they get replaced with better improvements, and we're sat here now with even better players, and we've got more choices. Just before, when I was talking about the game, the team, sorry, I was referring to the fact that I have some very viable choices for improvements, such as the likes of informed Lucas Hernandez. Even though they are a bit more expensive, they're things for me to look for. And if I do get some good rewards from champs one week or things like that, it's just a great position for me to be in, to want to just make this team even better. Like the likes of, obviously it's a very high in the sky aspiration, but the new Black Friday cards that came out for Ben Yedder, he's about 900k at the minute, but that card is unreal. And the likes of Renato Sanchez, who's got the same card, who's about 500,000 coins at the minute. They're just things for me to look for, and that's what I love about FIFA. I love to play the game for a reason. I like to play the game when I've got something to work towards, to grind for, because it just makes the game so much more exciting. Whether that be players, whether that be ranks in rivals or FUT Champs, and that's something I think FIFA this year has done really well. The content hasn't really been there in the first month or two, but they've given me I've still felt a reason to play the game, because there's always new cards coming out and they don't seem too expensive, and even the good gold cards, due to the market crash, you know, they're still a viable cards. Like most years, like even though I got Neymar from an untradeable pack, it's not too high in the skies to think that I would have been able to afford Neymar at some point this year, which is something that I like, considering I never put any FIFA points into the game. I used to, but the last couple of years I really haven't, because it takes away the fun for me. As you will have to see in the background, I've just been piling in the goals, and we're actually coming towards the end of these this little montage of my champs goals here. We'll talk you through this last one here with Ben Yedder, one of the best players I've used in this game. People who've played FIFA for years will know it was the same last year. Only negative is his stamina, but we get over it. Wijnaldum absolutely misses a sitter, and David's just there again. So, if you have enjoyed this video and you like the team or like anything, please do drop it a like and subscribe. We just hit 50 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, I'm going to be trying to upload a lot more routinely and a lot better videos in the coming weeks and months. So be sure to hang around for that. And yeah, I appreciate you watching, and goodbye.